How y'all doing? This is my first live stream. I'm just practicing here. I thought now would be a good time to do it. I'm going to see if I can get this pulled up on another device. Bear with me here. All right. Got anybody watching? It looks like I got one. Look here. Y'all know what Kamala's Indian name is? Her Indian name's Walking Eagle. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Let me get somebody on here. Got to get somebody watching. My first live stream, I guess I shouldn't expect too many. Been live 2 minutes and there's nobody on here. That's pitiful. Let me see. I just sent a text out to get somebody to get on here. It's pretty bad when you got to text your friends to get somebody to watch you on a live stream. Somebody will get on here in a minute. Maybe. I got two. How about that? That's pretty quick. I just thought I'd do a live on, presidential results here. Seeing how I think Trump's going to win, and the Democrats is all going to be crying. They're all going to be upset. We can see there that Illinois went to the Democrats, so I don't guess they'll be out doing any rioting and burning stuff in the streets or nothing. Beast L5. I don't know. Do you subscribe? Hello. Next clicker. Let's see here. Anyway, y'all two are watching. Hey, I got 21 of them. How about that? This is my first live stream, and I thought there wasn't a better time to do it than during this presidential election. Hey, Juanette, I see you there. Anyway. Look at here. I've already done this once, but nobody was watching. Oh, Kamala there? She says she is an Indian. That's her Indian name right there. Walking Eagle. You want to know why? Does anybody want to know why Kamala's Indian name is Walking Eagle? It's because she's so full of shit she can't fly. I'm going to be making racket here. I'm eating a candy bar. Dio says, go Kamala. Well, I believe Kamala's losing. I believe she's lost. Just don't believe she's got a chance. I was really afraid we had enough fools in this country to elect her. But now there's hope that I was wrong. It sure is good to see Trump at 178 electoral votes already. For those of you that just signed on, this woman right here, she says she's part Indian. Her Indian name is Walking Eagle, because she's so full of shit she can't fly. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't real proud of Trump. He's not the best thing there is. You know, I've never really liked him all that well as a human being. He's just the best choice right now. I don't know if he can straighten things out or not. But this is going to be interesting seeing who wins. I'm pretty sure Trump's got this. 32 million votes to 28,800,000 votes. Sure got the popular vote. Yeah, I hear you. Honestly, everyone is bad. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Dio. They're all bad. But sometimes you have to go with the old saying, choose the lesser of two evils, and right now I believe that's Trump. When the whole world's about to go to war, it seems like, I don't think we need somebody like Kamala in there. The United States would just get taken advantage of even quicker. I personally believe we need somebody in there that's a butthole. And Trump's got that covered. He's a butthole. But I voted for him. And I wouldn't change that. It's 8:37 here in Arkansas. It's going to be interesting to see what 10 o'clock is. Waiting on the whole Western time zone over there. I hear you, Tanner. Harris is probably crying. No, I don't know. She laughs a lot. She might be actually laughing. She's got a terrible laugh. Her laugh hurts me. Y'all give me an idea of something to talk about here. This is my very first live stream. And I just thought pulling this up would be a good idea. And, you know, be something to sit here and watch and talk about. Old walking eagle there. She tells a lot of lies. She's so full of shit she can't fly. I know this is rather boring, but I can't play music for y'all, and I don't have a tornado image to put across the screen. I guess I could show y'all some pictures. I got pictures on my other phone here I could show you. I could do that. Let's see. What have I got right here? Y'all know I got a project going with an 1,100-foot water line. There's going to be a lot of video on that. There's one end of it right there. But, trying to find something that's not a video here. Pretty crazy. I'm trying to show y'all a video inside of a video. This is a cistern tank that I've got down there where this 1,100-foot water line goes. It goes down there to this 250-gallon cistern. And then I've got a pump in there on the other end. It picks that up and pressurizes the other place down there. And it goes into that cistern through a fluid master float control valve for a commode. Yep, I run potable water through a commode float. That's exactly what I did. That's no worse than what Kamala tries to do. Her whole mouth is a commode. I just ain't got no use for her. I don't know why this ain't updating a little more here. This updates on its own. They're just taking their time. Yeah, I believe Trump's got it. We had a lot of people around here, unfortunately, that was dinner rats. I call them dinner rats, you know. They really thought she was going to win it. And I was kind of afraid of that too. I was afraid we had enough fools to elect her, but it's looking like that's not the case. Well, let's see here. Well, refreshing, it stays the same. I think this page is kind of like sort of like a video. It just plays on its own. It was changing here a while ago before I started the live stream. I did notice it updated to 34 million votes right there. He's staying 4 million votes ahead, pretty much, pretty close. See if I'd come up with some more pictures of my project to show y'all. I know I got some. Got them on my other phone here. Let me get in here to my videos. There's my float tree that I put in that cistern. I've built a lot of float trees for septic systems, but I've never built a float tree for a cistern until now. You'd see that fluid master control valve there at the top of it. That controls shutting off the water when that cistern's full. And I've got another float at the bottom that shuts off the power to that pump on that end in case it runs out of water. And you'd see that at the bottom of the picture there. It's got a cord that comes up and goes out of there. Of course, here in Arkansas, where I'm at, that tank's going to be buried right up to the very top so that it don't freeze, because we do get down to 15 degrees here occasionally. And here I am putting a Harbor Freight pump on a bigger tank. I put that on a water worker tank. Those little 5-gallon tanks that come with a Harbor Freight pump are just not all that good. The tank goes to leaking because they're so thin. And I gotta say, this part's working pretty good. Not having any problem with that. Not really having a problem with anything except it's wet and I can't bed in that 1,100 foot of water line right now. Everything has suddenly gotten wet here after a long drought. See, there's the little pump before I took it off the little green tank. Them little tanks are the whole problem. That little pump with a stainless steel head on it there, that's the same thing that all of them sell. I mean, you'll see that. It's just generally made in China. You'll see it on eBay. Vevor makes it, and Lowe's has got their version of it, and Home Depot's got their version of it. They're all just alike. But Harbor Freight has got about the sorriest bladder tank. If they'd make that tank out of stainless where it'd last, might be a pretty good setup. I'm going to click refresh again, but I don't think it's going to change anything. I believe everything stayed the same. Pretty much. Let's see. I got video of water flow coming out the end of that pipe down there. Now that right there is actually about 2,175 feet away from my well. That's a long ways for a 3/4 PEX, but it does fine. People say you need a 2-inch water line to run that far. But that just ain't the truth. Right there we are rolling 3/4 PEX out. And that's 1,100 feet of it we rolled out, and there's already 900 feet from the well up here to the back of my shop where we tie it on. And then on the other side of the cistern, there's another 150 feet, so I'm just making up something to talk about here till things get exciting. And I believe they will. There's a pad me and my son poured to put that pump on down there. It's just, I call it a well house. He keeps correcting me and telling me it's just a pump house. And water comes out of that cistern, and I'm pointing there where the cistern's gonna be. It's actually there now. There's an 1.25 inch pipe coming out of that, and it goes over and goes through a check valve and goes into that pump. I treated a check valve like a foot valve. And then from there, everything goes into a manifold where I can control it, and it goes a whole bunch of different directions. Let's see, I believe I've got that manifold pictured. Well, there's the cistern all set up and the pipe coming over, and there's the manifold. It actually back feeds the cistern through one of them, so I can turn it off, or I can shut the pump off, and I can open another valve, and I can put that place down there back on direct feed if there's something wrong with that pump. I believe Tanner's the only one hanging out with me. I think everybody else is looking for something more exciting. Let's see. What have I got right here? Oh, that's working on a dump truck. There's some more of my work on the other end down there. Some more packs. Put in a lot of packs lately. I've grown pretty fond of packs. Used to be really fond of PVC. Now for some reason it's real expensive. Well, we're going on 20 minutes here. And I've got 3 people watching, but I've got 6 likes. If everybody that comes on here would click a like, I'd appreciate that, and maybe subscribe. Like I said, this is my first live stream. I'm just practicing. I guess I'll save this one and go ahead and, post it to the channel since it's my first one, but I kind of dreaded learning to live stream, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. I've got my other phone here looking through everything on it. I do most of my videoing with the phone. I finally got a couple of GoPros, but I don't use them much. Just when I'm on a piece of equipment and I need the image stabilization. Other than that, I'd rather use a phone because I can edit it on the phone. I use KineMaster, and I can edit it right there on the phone, and I can upload it from the phone. I do a lot of that right there, and a lot of it at night. I do a lot of utility work. Yeah, it's updating on its own. Look at there. 36 million votes to 32. He's staying 4 million ahead, folks. As long as things keep hanging on the way they are, we'll be all right. There's one of the utilities I run. I'm telling you, folks, I run a lot of utilities. And I'm fixing to slow down about that. I'd like to make YouTube my primary thing that I do. Shoot, I'm about to be 53 years old. It's time to slow down. Tanner says, I hope Mo joins Trump. I'm not quite sure I understand who Mo is. I hope Mo joins. Oh, maybe you mean you hope more people joins my channel. Yeah, that'd be good. I need more subscribers. I need to get above 4,000 watched hours for the past year. I've been real close, and it's fallen off lately. Yeah, that's what you meant. Yep, that's a good deal. I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm just looking through my other phone here, seeing what I can find. There's me mounting a truck tire. I do all my own big truck tires. Try to do everything. It's just wearing me down. I've got to find a little bit easier way to live. There's my dump truck. I've got to put walking beam bushings in it. That's a big job. I intend to do that myself. There's some good pictures. Well, it ain't wanting to stay. Let me see. I'm going to turn off auto rotate. Yeah. That's how I used to haul scrap cars to the crusher. Used to stack them on a gooseneck with a track hoe. Because the more you haul at one time, the better. There's another load. I'm probably really messing the focus up on y'all. There's another little load. There's another load. That's an old van I crushed. There's another load. I want to say I hauled off about 250 cars that year to the crusher. There's a septic system I did. I take pictures of everything I do. I've got lots of pictures. Y'all probably getting bored with pictures. Hey, yeah. Yeah, Missouri went to Trump. You know, I ain't one bit surprised that Illinois went to Harris. Yeah, I just seen the update here, 188 Trump, and she's still at 99. I don't think she's got a chance. I don't want her to have a chance. You know, I wouldn't even go on a date with her if nobody knew about it. That's just how I feel. Her Indian name has truly got to be Walking Eagle. Because she is full of shit, and she can't fly. Anytime you ask her a question, or anybody asks her a question, she just goes off on a tangent, telling them something else about where she grew up or something, just makes up something. She don't ever answer a question. I don't think she can understand a question to answer it. Come to think of it, I don't think she's too good at asking questions. I'm probably going to stop this live stream at 30 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. I think there's a limit on your first live stream how far you can go. And I kind of think it's 30 minutes. I hadn't really studied this in a while. But I'll know better next time. And I know how to pull it up on another device at the same time so I can watch everything while I hold it in my hand where I can focus on it. Let's see here. My security cameras are going off. Maybe it's a deer. Well, not so far. I got a place where there is a deer. Got a place where I seen a big deer the other night. That deer right there has got a lot of horns, but it was raining. I mean, his left, if you look on his left, it looks like just two horns sticking up, but they're real tall. Something ain't right about that. You look at his right set of horns and it looks like there's 4 or 5 points on there. That's a pretty good sized deer. I don't horn hunt. I hunt for meat. I don't care if it's a doe. But there's a little one in the same place. There's a police checking on me. I appreciate that. I really do. They need to check on me. Check on my stuff. They're pretty good around here. The ones I know anyway. Let's see. There's a mama and 2 babies together there one night. Just inside my gate. I'm just passing time here waiting on Trump to win. That's all I'm doing. Can't play music for y'all because that's copyrighted. Let's see. I might have something here. Oh, I got something I can do. Definitely got something I can do. I can make fun of Kamala. Yeah. Look how she's laughing. Look at that. And that's old walking eagle right there. I ain't never seen anybody laugh that much. I have to shake my mouse there and wake everything up. I gotta find some images here making fun of her that's not copyrighted. I make fun of everybody. I even make fun of my friends. I mean, if you can't make fun of your friends, who can you make fun of? But she's not no friend. That's for sure. The way I understand it, it's been her job, supposedly, to watch over the border. And all she's done is allow more illegal immigrants into this country and not really want to do anything about it. At least Trump wants to do something about it. We can't keep accepting the world. We've got to draw the line somewhere. Quit taking people in. Sitting here drinking my tea, waiting on Trump to win. I don't think there's any way Harris can come up from where she's at and win. I believe Trump's going to be at 270 here pretty soon. Probably by 10:15. Yeah, Trump went up to 39 million. That spread's getting a little further. Nearly 5 million spread on the popular vote. That's pretty good. I mean, I could show y'all other stuff on the computer screen here, I guess, but I think it's better to just leave this alone so we'd watch it. I can pull stuff up on my other phone and poke it in front of you. Let's see. I imagine all y'all watch Little House on the Prairie. About everybody that's watching me, because we're all old. Let's see. I got a video here making fun of a buddy of mine down the road here. I posted this the other day on social media, and I told him this was Little Ape on the Prairie. See that little monkey? Got his backpack on, his lunch, he's going to school just like Half Pint did. He goes up, he nurses on that bottle. That's just like my buddy Donnie. I'm telling you, that's him. I hope his girlfriend Barbara's watching. Told you I made fun of my friends. Can't help it. He looks like a monkey. Hey, Trump went up again. It's still pretty close to 5 million spread. Trump's going up steady. I hope she doesn't get another electoral vote, not another single one. Of course, she's probably going to get these. She's probably going to get Pennsylvania. Let's see. That's pretty close, though. 49.7, 49.4. She might not get Pennsylvania. I know Mike, that does outdoors with the Morgans. I know he's a Trump fan, and he's in Pennsylvania, and he was at that Trump rally when, when that shooter was on the roof. And he says it's pretty mixed there in Pennsylvania, He's right. It is pretty mixed. It's close. Yeah. About 3% spread there in Michigan. She'll get that one. Unfortunately. New Hampshire. She'll get that one for sure. What do we got going on out here? That ain't good. Really didn't think Colorado would go for Harris. That could flip. Let's see, there's 10 electoral votes at stake in Colorado. I'm going to add this up. Got to add this up. Colorado will give her 10. Michigan would give her 15. New Hampshire would only give her 4. That's only 29 more. That's not going to help her. But until we get some reporting in these other states right here, I can't even tell you how many electoral votes are in them. But there's definitely 10 in Colorado, 15 in Michigan, and 4 in New Hampshire. Looking at all these others. That Pennsylvania kind of worries me. How many? There's 19 electoral votes in Pennsylvania. Even if something flipped and she got Pennsylvania, she ain't going to get it. Wisconsin's kind of close, but let's see. New Mexico's not even close. Wow. Huh. Look at that. 49.6 and 49.6. Arizona's really close. And they've got 11 electoral votes. Oregon has 8. Why is Nevada and California and Idaho and Washington not reporting anything yet? California be where they try to screw everything up on purpose. That's all California does is screw people up. Look at there, there's 30 electoral votes just in Florida. I was really glad he got Florida. Arkansas's only got 6. That's where I'm at. Let's see. How many's Texas got? 40. I would think Texas would have the most. I may be wrong. Might be California. Let's see. Maryland has 10. New Jersey has 14. Why would New Jersey have 14? Guess there's just that many people there. It's got to be crowded. New York has 28. Texas has still got 40. I don't know. Does anybody know if there's a state with more electoral votes than Texas? California may have more. Never paid that close attention to it before. She just got Colorado. I'm ashamed of them people. No more weed for them. We're going to cut them off. They done messed up. Me and my son went and ate at Backyard Burgers tonight, and we're sitting there watching this right here while we was eating. And I come up with the idea, I thought I'd come home and prop one of my phones up and just do my first live stream watching Trump win. I mean, like I said, I don't think Trump's the best person in the world. I've never really been that fond of him as a human being. But when it comes to this right here, he is the best choice. It's just all there is to it. We can't have that thing there. No, that won't work. A lot of my friends that happen to be dinner rats, if that offends y'all, I can't help it. I call them dinner rats. They still my friends, but they dinner rats. And a lot of them that are dinner rats, they don't agree with me that that election was stolen when Biden got it, but I really believe it was stolen. In fact, I believe any time other than when Trump was elected in 2016, I believe for all of history, really the people hadn't elected the president. I think they already know who it's going to be. I think Trump's a wild card. He's not exactly a politician. He throws a kink in their plans. I mean, yeah, local stuff, school board and local taxes and stuff, yeah. When you vote on that, yeah, it counts. But presidential election, I don't know, people. Sometimes I think it's chosen way ahead of time. I think there's an elite group of individuals running this country, and it's not Biden. Yeah, I agree with you, Tanner. There's probably only one woman I would have ever voted for president, and you know who that is. You can probably name her right away. But generally speaking, I don't want too much estrogen in control of the country that I live in. I don't think that's a good plan. We can't operate this country on emotions. We're going to have to operate this country. He's sending me something on Messenger here. What's this about? That's pretty good. A buddy of mine just sent me that. It says canned glow plugs, ether. How about that? That's pretty funny. Mm-mm-mm. What am I missing here? While I'm looking at my phone. You know, they're counting awful slow. Because the popular vote percentage is not changing real fast now. Hope they're not dragging their feet trying to steal the election. If they steal this election, it'll be this state doing it and this state right here doing it. Because they're crooked out there, especially right here. I know some good people in the north part of California, but down here, that's a crooked place. I don't care to be there. It's just like another country to me. I don't go there. Ain't nothing out there that I've lost. We're at 48 minutes. How about that? I guess I don't have a limit. I guess you're right, Tanner. I'm watching this video again of this monkey. If I went through my computer, but I might accidentally show y'all something that I shouldn't. That'll be in a upcoming video. I've got a bigger dozer, but I use that little 550 case a lot. A whole lot. Yeah. I'm going to be hauling a lot more dirt and putting on that road right there, y'all. That doesn't do justice for what the terrain is like over there. That's pretty steep right there. I've got to fill that in. That's my road in the woods that I built. And I'm not done with. I quit working on it because it was too dry here, and you need moisture for shale to pack. See, I'm holding on to the parking brake handle there, backing up that hill because it's steep. Should be wearing a seatbelt on the dozer, I guess. What else have I got that's good? That kind of shows you how steep that is. You can see that's a big drop off going down in there. I've got 2 people here. That's pitiful. I got 3 now. I guess 3's better than none, huh? Trump went up here, 43 million to 38 million. You know, it's actually pretty sad that there's 38 million people that voted for her. At least 38 million. I mean, if any of this is even right. I mean, yeah, Georgia's going to Trump. There's not a problem there. Pennsylvania, I believe, is going to Trump. That spread is growing. That's good. Maine, a lot of people didn't think Maine would go to Trump. Yeah, Maine's definitely going to Trump. There's only 8% reporting. Now, why is there only 8% reporting? Maine would have been one of the first places it was counted. I mean, they're on the East Coast. That doesn't make any sense. I hope there's not a bunch of crooks up there that's fixing to dig up some dead people to vote or something. Let's see. I can't imagine that. There's only 4 electoral votes. That wouldn't do a lot of good for anybody. I mean, see Arizona. Oh, Arizona's spreading a little more towards Kamala. That's not good. New Mexico and Arizona, I'm ashamed of y'all. I say that like Trump's my favorite person, but he's not. He's just the best choice right here for this. Look at that. 92% for Kamala in D.C. That's ridiculous. See, Pennsylvania still got enough spread there. I'm pretty sure Pennsylvania's going to Trump. Even I think that number's got to be wrong. Only 8% reporting in Maine at this time of night. And that was probably the first place they started counting. Something ain't right there. People done went to bed up there or what? We may not know this one till tomorrow. It's not a very big spread in Wisconsin. Leading plenty in Minnesota. And I'd say leading plenty in Iowa. North Carolina, that's leading plenty. Georgia's leading plenty. Kansas is leading plenty. Let's just add these up. I mean, I believe can probably figure this out right now. Kansas is 6. Georgia 16. North Carolina's close. Well, I believe it's going to Trump. Let's see. Which one? That's 16 and that's 16. Okay, that's good. Pennsylvania is 19. Wisconsin is 10. Minnesota is 10. And Iowa is 6. I already looked at Iowa a while ago, didn't I? Yeah, actually I did. That was the first one I looked at. I'm going to add these up. I think we're probably pretty close to winning with just what we got right here. I say we're winning like I'm this huge, big Trump supporter. I'm really not, but I voted for him because he's the best choice and because I want our country to improve, you know. All right, that's 77 electoral votes right there. If these states right here stay going to Trump, he's got it. That's all it takes. If none of these flip, and I didn't count Maine, if all these stay leaning Trump, then he's definitely got it. There won't be a problem. Let's see. New Mexico's 5, Arizona's 11. That's not going to get her anywhere. I just don't know. I'd have to look it up somewhere else. I don't know how many electoral votes any of these states over here have. But, I mean, it's close enough to call it, I think. Trump's a winner. If y'all are tired of watching, I say y'all all go to bed and smile. Trump's won. I mean, there's no telling what's going to happen tomorrow. The Democrats is all going to be mad. And no telling what some Democrat's going to do. But I think we know who the next president is. Earlier today, I was a little concerned. But I'm not now. I mean, you add this up. You just start with Iowa, 6. Kansas, 6. Hey, maybe I did miss one. Iowa, 6. Kansas, 6. Georgia, 16. North Carolina, 16. Pennsylvania, 19. Wisconsin, 10. Minnesota, 10. I did miss one. He wouldn't even have to keep all of these. He could miss a couple of these that are 6 and still win. So, and we're still not counting Maine. We're still not throwing those 4 in there. It's a sad day for the dinner rats. And I'm good with that. Tanner, give me some ideas if you're still here, brother. What should I name this live stream? Sad day for the dinner rats? I've got a little time to think about it. Orange Animal says yep. Sad day for the dinner rats, huh? They really don't like what I call them. I mean, I want y'all to understand. I'm writing it down here because I want y'all to understand. That's what I call the Democrats. Dinner rats. I picture an old wharf rat from New York sitting around with a fork, eating garbage. Basically. That's a dinner rat for you. They make poor choices. I really wish that we get a president in there that would ban the IRS and eliminate the IRS. Do completely away with it and just fire everybody that works at the IRS and send them home. Wouldn't have to pay for all them buildings that they're in. Wouldn't have to pay the heat and air bill on all them buildings they're in. And eliminate real estate tax and eliminate personal property tax. And you could put about a 2 or 3% flat tax on top of all the sales tax. And that'd handle everything. Just get rid of all that other stuff. I mean, when you take into account you're not paying people to work at the IRS anymore, that's going to save a whole lot of money. Just come up with a flat tax, and that way when somebody's here illegally and they go to the store and buy something, they're going to help pay taxes because they're going to pay it in sales tax. I really don't think it'd take but maybe 2%. And I'm willing to pay 2% sales tax at the store. And along with that, we could probably eliminate sales tax on groceries. I'm pretty weird politically. I'm not all the way Republican, and I'm not very much Democrat at all. I take a little bit from both sides. I don't know, I'm not enough in the middle to be an independent. I think we need to come up with a new political party called Common Sense, because none of these people got any. I mean, what kind of place do you have to continue to pay real estate tax just to keep owning your land? That's crooked. Hey, what happened to Arizona here? That's good news. That flipped. All right, Arizona, you're doing good. But Maine is now 11% reporting and going a little more than 3%, or a little less than 3% towards Kamala. That's all right. They only got 4 little old votes. But look at all the solidified states we have. Maine could still flip again. And looky there. New Mexico's flipped. I'm going to have to take back everything I said about New Mexico and Arizona. Maybe about half the people there actually do have some common sense. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Orange Animal. Let's go. We're doing good. I mean, if Trump holds on to just this little bit right here, if he holds on to Iowa and Kansas and Georgia and North Carolina and Pennsylvania, he's got it. I mean, unless something stupid happens over here in California. I should have studied this ahead of time, but I didn't really have the time to do it. I just don't know how many electoral votes are in California, but I'm fixing to look it up. Can do that. If I can find my other phone. Where did I lay my phone? How many electoral votes, California? Let's see. I just found a chart. This is a CBS News thing that I've pulled up here. It showed me a chart at first, and now it's not there. Let's see. Come on, make it easy. Just give me a map, people. That's what I thought. California does have more than Texas. California actually has 54. So, if she got California and Oregon, which is 8, and Washington, which is 12, and Idaho, which is 4, still don't think she'd have enough. Let's see. I'm going to start with 112 she's got. Add California. No, she still wouldn't have enough. Somebody's got to be watching the news out there. Somebody's already calling this. Yeah, I'm scared about California too. But I don't think it's going to be enough to help her. I really don't. New Mexico just flipped the other way again. It's only 5 votes, though. Arizona's 11. We do without New Mexico. Be all right. You just hold on to all this right here. We hold on to this little circle right here. We're good. No problem. Let's see. I'm going to pull up something here. My other phone is pretty low on battery, actually. Let's see here what ABC is saying.
Continue to monitor this incredibly close race, and for more on the path to 270 electoral votes.
They're saying this is an incredibly close race. I don't think it's that close.
Rick, I'm so happy to have you here, and I love this part of the night. Multiple scenarios can play out tonight, right? So walk us through.
I think Harris is a loser. Which one turned over, Orange Animal? I was looking at something else here. I just noticed something that ain't good. Minnesota's only reporting 4%. They could flip. The ones that are only reporting real low percentage, like Maine and Minnesota, those are the ones you got to worry about. Missouri was already for Trump a while ago. They're still both at 112 and 198. I know Arizona and New Mexico's flipping back and forth here, though. They're just, oh, you just mean somebody flipped as far as which way they were leaning. I see. Virginia flipped, I believe. Somebody. I got another YouTuber messaging me. I gotta see who this is. Who's the humble pheasant? I remember that name. All right, back to the goodies. Kansas is good. Iowa's good. I think Georgia's good, 88% reporting. I think North Carolina is going to be good. There's 84% reporting. Pennsylvania, it's going to be hard to say, but I think it's going to stay Trump. Michigan is only 24% reporting, and it's close. I don't think we're going to have any problem. Don't think we're going to have any problem. Somebody's trying to message me because they're not happy with something I'm saying. I got a feeling. So they're private messaging me instead of putting it on here. That's okay. They'll be all right. They'll get over it. Maybe. Let me get this propped up here. Oh, come on. Looky there. South Carolina's officially Trump. Good deal.
Absolutely, and noting here that from some county officials in Georgia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, they've actually had to keep some of these polling locations open even a little bit later, perhaps delaying that count even more. Let's also
I think they're going to try to delay the final count until in the morning.
in this race as well.
Keep everybody in suspense. Hey, wait a minute. North Carolina. Oh, South Carolina was already Trump. It was right here. It was Kansas that gave him those other 6. He went from 198 to 204 because of Kansas. Okay, I'm caught up now. Now, just a minute ago, Iowa was also just leaning Trump.
A lot of eyes on that Montana and Ohio Senate race. Rick Klein, such a pleasure to have you here with us tonight. Thank you so much. Thanks, Hannah.
Yeah, they need to hurry up, get the counting here. $210. I wasn't watching. I was looking at the other phone here. What flipped? I think it was just Iowa and Kansas. Iowa and Kansas would be 12, and that would put him at 210. Now, I seen Iowa a while ago was already solid red, and this hadn't changed at that time. I don't believe. I think they're a little screwy with their numbers here. They're just not keeping up. I don't mean they're being fictitious or nothing. I just don't think they're keeping up. But look at the spread right here, 42 million and 48 million. And the popular vote is growing more and more. DC's for sure Kamala. New Hampshire, 60% reporting, that could flip. Maine's 12, that could flip. Pennsylvania is one we got to keep an eye on, because Pennsylvania could flip the other way. And they got 19 electoral votes. That's pretty serious. If Pennsylvania goes red tonight, I'll go to bed and be fine. Here's Maine right here, orange animal. Still pretty close. But 19 electoral votes in Pennsylvania. They're the ones that concern me right now. Up here in Maine, there's only 12% reporting, and Kamala's 49.7 and Donald's 48.3. I mean, there's no telling what's going to happen there. North Carolina, Trump's leading pretty fair. He's leading pretty fair in Georgia. I don't think we got to worry about either one of them. Wisconsin, yeah, it could flip. Minnesota could flip, and that's 20 if you count those two together. Michigan, it's really close too, and there's 15. 15 and 19 right there. I mean, you got 20 between these two, between Minnesota and Wisconsin, and you got 15 there and 19 in Pennsylvania. That's going to tell a pretty big story right there, those four in a row. But I really think we're going to be all right. I really do. She's still at 112 and he's at 210. So basically, she's half-assed, is what I'm going to say. I mean, Kamala has half-assed everything else. She might as well half-ass the damn election, too. Walking eagle. So full of shit she can't fly. Yeah, let's look at New Mexico again. Yeah, I'm afraid those people are a lost cause. At least most of them. 53% Kamala to 44% Trump. Arizona's 49.6 and 49.6. There's, a little over 900,000 people on both sides right there. Trump's just winning by, a little over 1,000 there. That's pretty serious. I got family in Arizona. They ought to know better. I'm going to have to call them. I really hope we don't have to wait till tomorrow to find this out. That would not be cool. All right, I see somebody predicting Harris is going to end at 226. That's the best she's going to do is 226. And that's about the math I come up with a while ago. Yeah, we might have to wait. Let's see.
Tonight, the first exit polls are now coming in. What they
Come on now.
Incredibly tight. Long lines at polling centers across
Here we go.
the country and across the all-important battleground states tonight. Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Florida among them. Vice President Kamala Harris.
Florida's not a battleground. He's got it.
To have their voice heard.
For sure.
Personally knocking on doors in Pennsylvania. Her campaign ending with a major rally at the famous Rocky Steps in Philadelphia. Donald Trump, after barnstorming 3 battleground states until the
I see Kamala went up
former President Trump today voting
113. Wasn't she just at 112?
visiting his campaign headquarters in West
What
Palm
state is only one?
Beach. If he has any regrets about the race he's run and what the former president said about
Some
that.
state only has one electoral vote.
At the big board, they're all here tonight. 7 critical battleground states at the center of this election, perhaps none more crucial than Pennsylvania. The state considered a must-win state for both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Some voters.
Hey, remember what I was saying about Pennsylvania?
Tonight, calling this the most important election of their lifetime. The Georgia battleground, President Biden winning that state by just 11,000 votes just 4 years ago. Tonight, the fake bomb threat sent to poll workers coming from Russian email accounts. Tonight, the state insisting voting has not been interrupted. And how soon we could know as a country the results from Georgia and the other battlegrounds. Steve Osansami in Georgia, Rick at the big board will take us right through the timing of the night. Nearly 86 million Americans voting early this year, but we're already learning about the votes and who cast them. Men and women, Democrats, Republicans, and independents. And what both campaigns need to do on this election day to win. The other news tonight, ABC News now confirming the report of an
I wonder if I can prop this up. Keep everything going.
Two devices
My desk is a mess, but I'm trying here. Alright. I'm going to try to see which state only has one electoral vote.
And with the world watching, we take a moment tonight to honor our poll workers, their dedication to making sure every vote gets counted. A special edition of World News Tonight starts now.
Not very scared.
From ABC News.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trump's got it. It's weird how she went from 112 to 113. Could have swore it was 112 a while ago.
Election night in America, one of the most consequential elections in recent history. After an extraordinary campaign of former president running for re-election, a sitting president bowing out, his vice president stepping in, and since that moment, 3 months
It's
ago,
not making any sense.
dead heat, reflecting a sharply divided nation. The first poll set to close just a short time from now. In some of the key
Am I messed up in the head, orange animal? Or was that 112 a while ago? I mean, how does it go from 112 to 113? I don't find a state that's just one electoral vote. She must have lost one and picked up another one, and it just changed the whole mathematical equation there. Something I wasn't watching. We're still good in North Carolina. We're still good in Georgia. And I think still good in Pennsylvania. Still plenty good in Michigan. Still about 2% in Wisconsin. And we're very good in Minnesota, but it's only 9% reporting, so. Now, does anybody else think it's kind of suspicious that Minnesota's only got 9% reporting at this time of night? And Maine only has 16% reporting at this time of night? I mean, that's the first one to be counted, that or Florida. And I mean, look at them. What are they saving? What are they waiting on? What are they holding on to? Dead voters? Arizona's still close, but not as close as it was. We got a better spread in Arizona than we had a while ago. New Mexico's still not doing us any favors, but We get these 6 states here, still good, no problem. That's what I thought, it was 112. I don't know how it switched from 112 to 113. I missed that. I just totally missed what was going on. Okay, results expected at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Results expected for California at 10 p.m. That's 54 electoral votes, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Maine and Minnesota is not changing. 9%, 16%. They're just sitting there.
Museum steps for Rocky trained for his underdog win. And tonight, the first clues from the preliminary exit polls, voters from early voting and from in-person voting on this election day reached by phone, text, and email. Voters were asked what was their top issue.
I know this is a pretty redneck way to run a live stream. I put my computer screen on here, just got my phone pointed at it, sitting on the tripod, and I got my other phone sitting right here. But that's all right. That's the way I am. I'm weird. I believe I've still just got 3 people watching, but I appreciate the ones that are.
8% of voters said they see Kamala Harris favorably, 50% unfavorably.
I believe I know, personally know 2 of the ones that are watching right now. Orange Animal, what state are you in?
We begin here with ABC's Barry Bruce on the Harris campaign.
Tonight from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to Snellville, Georgia, and Detroit, Michigan. Long lines of voters.
California. You're in Northern California, aren't you?
Have you voted already? You did.
Got to be.
Washington, D.C., Vice President Kamala Harris making a surprise stop at the Democratic Party headquarters, working the phones, speaking to
That's what I figured.
and their children. What's your name? Say? Hi, it's Kamala Harris. I can't wait for you to grow 10 years more. Harris closing out her campaign with an upbeat, optimistic tone, not even speaking Donald Trump's name in the final.
That's not any good there. Orange Animal, you don't happen to live up there close to Sam, V-Belt and Son, do you? He's got a pretty good channel. You know, the people I know in Northern California are all pretty good people that make a lot of sense. And a whole lot of them travel over here or over here to register the vehicles and then go back, because they're outlawing a lot of vehicles in California. And I think last year was the last year you could register a whole lot of them. And I mean, I think Sam's truck, I want to say it was a 2010 Dodge diesel with Cummins in it. And I think he registered it in Arizona and took it back. You know, I hadn't even been looking at Alaska. Or Hawaii. Well, Orange Animal, I bet you'd like Sam on V-Belt and Son. He's got a couple of channels, V-Belt and Son. V-Belt is his dad, and then I forget how Sam's channel is named. It's Sam something or another. He builds old muscle cars and stuff and Dodge trucks, and he's got a Dodge Charger and a Challenger. Got a little shop there. But mainly he does logging and mulching. mulching the forest floor to keep everything from burning, trying to do away with all the fuel because they have so many fires out there. I think they got a pretty good thing going. If I lived in California, it would be in the north, that's for sure. It's pretty up there. It's not so pretty in Southern California. I've been to Fontana one time to deliver some paint to a factory that builds towers for windmills, for them great big windmills. And I mean, yeah, the mountains are pretty at a distance and all when you're down in Fontana, but it ain't like Northern California. And the traffic's terrible. And I live here in Arkansas, so I'm not used to much traffic. I mean, I complain about the traffic here, don't get me wrong. I live close to Interstate 30. I call Interstate 30 the death road, particularly between exit 111 and exit 116. That construction through there is really dangerous. I don't figure there's too many truck drivers in the country that don't know that stretch of I-30 is dangerous. Let's see. Still 9%. Still 17%. That's crazy. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's focused. That's good. I've got a habit of looking through the phone that I'm recording with anytime I'm doing something instead of actually looking around it and looking at what I'm doing. So I've been trying to get out of that habit. How are we doing in Arizona? Yeah. That's just really roughly a 2,000 spread. It would really be something if one of these candidates won in Arizona by only a 2,000 vote spread, wouldn't it? Pennsylvania. At least there's a bigger spread, a lot bigger spread in Pennsylvania. Because that's 19 electoral votes that Trump needs. Hey, what just happened here? How did Harris get to 179 all of a sudden? Oh, she just got California and Washington. And you know, they never leaned. They just popped. Did y'all see that? Look at that. It says 0% reporting in Washington. And there's no count, but it's blue. And California is 0% reporting, and it just popped blue. That's all right, because she ain't going to get but barely above 200. She ain't going to make it. She ain't got a chance. She's not going to be laughing so hard like a hyena when this is over. She laughs just like an old dirty hyena. Yeah, Trump has 214 now. Now, he was at 210 just a while ago, right? So, where did the 4 come from? I didn't see anything change. Maybe they gave him Maine and they just hadn't updated it here yet. Let's see, refresh. Well, that ain't the deal. Oh, right there. That's it. Idaho. He got Idaho. That's what happened. But look here. Washington, still 0%. And there's no count. I mean, there's nothing. And California, same way. 0% and no count. Whoever's running this AP right here is not doing a good job. Oh, Idaho does have 0. Somebody's not keying stuff in. I mean, this is the most popular map I could find. And it looks like they're updating manually. Because the state will change, and then this number will change. Or the number of electoral votes will change, and you won't see any change here, and then all of a sudden, that'll change. I don't think they've got this thing on automatic. We're still just about 6 million apart here. You know, it would really be bad if all 5 of these states right here went to Kamala. That'd just be a complete tragedy. The dinner rats would be too happy. Oh, Oregon is going towards Kamala. I still think that number that I called out a while ago, like 226 or whatever it was, I think that's about her possibility, is about 226. I seen that somewhere. Somebody was predicting 226 was what she would reach, or was about the best she could reach, and I hope that's right. Hmm. 18% in Maine. Minnesota's 12. Wisconsin's holding on. Michigan's holding on. It's getting a little closer, a little narrower in Pennsylvania. I don't like that. That's 19 electoral votes. You know, I'm just usually not this interested in it, but it's really important right now. I mean, this is going to make or break what happens to the world right here. And look at that right there. I'd say Georgia's definitely going to turn red all the way. North Carolina, yeah. You might as well say that's a couple of 100,000. That's a couple of 100,000. And they're at 87 and 90%. Yeah, we don't have to worry about them. That's 16 and that's 16. That's great. Pretty soon, we're going to see Trump change. To 246. That's what I think. You're going to go to 246 here shortly. And it's going to be from Georgia and North Carolina. And Pennsylvania is going to take a little longer. It's just at 71%. Wisconsin could move pretty quick. But I think North Carolina and Georgia, they're going to get ahead of the game here in a minute. Turn red. We'll be at 246. And then Pennsylvania will put Trump at 265. And from there, all he needs is 5 more. And I mean, that could come from anywhere pretty easy. No, I thought that about South Carolina a while ago. It's actually been there a little while. I kind of overlooked that while ago too, and it had been there a little while. Somebody's watching me incognito because I've got other YouTubers, or another YouTuber trying to message me. That I also don't really know. I guess you run into that kind of stuff when you do a live stream, huh? You get messages because people don't like what you're saying, or they agree with you, maybe. Not very happy about you calling Democrats dinner rats. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I tell you, my buddy here, the constable, he actually started that. He likes to eat, and he eats at the rib crib every day. And we're sitting in there at the rib crib one day, and he just come up with calling them dinner rats. So I can't take full credit for that. But I did draw a picture one time of a mouse with a fork, and I told him, there's your dinner rats right there. So, Orange Animal, I take it that you're a Democrat that voted Trump, and I know there's a lot of those. I guess when somebody's a Democrat and they vote Trump, they're a real Democrat. They're just using common sense. And when they're a Democrat that still thinks Kamala's it, and they think that she is the woman, they're a dinner rat. Let's see. Look at that. California's still 0%. But Oregon has jumped up to 47. 88% North Carolina, 88% in Georgia. Yeah, I'm going to say we ain't got to worry about those. This is going to change to 246 just any moment. You know, I've got an Indian buddy down the road here. And when I say Indian buddy, I mean Native American Indian buddy. That is a proud Democrat. And he voted for Harris. He's really not going to be too happy, I'm afraid, in the morning. Probably not going to be too happy tonight. Maybe this will get called tonight. I mean, with the issues with immigration, you'd think that somebody that was a Native American Indian wouldn't want any more immigrants. But he voted for Harris. He thinks Trump's bad. He says Orange Man is bad. %20 in Maine. They're changing a little bit. But the Trump numbers aren't really coming up. New Hampshire. There's not really that big a difference there. 24,000 votes different. How many? That's just four electoral votes. Any moment here. 246. Come on. That's what I'm waiting on. Arizona's looking a little better. And New Mexico is not. Oregon is a lost cause. Look at that. 13% reporting in Washington, but it's all blue. 1% reporting in California, it's all blue. I think they meant to make California and Washington light blue, is what I think. I think these should have been light blue, and they screwed up. I think they're just leaning that way. And that means she doesn't really have 179. From what I see here, look, Washington just moved to 39%. I think either one of these, California or Washington could still flip. I think I may have more people watching in incognito mode than what I realized, because I've got likes that don't match up with the amount of viewers. That's pretty weird. Yeah, where is Georgia right now? They should hurry up. That's not a very good spread. Not as good as it was. Hey, that's better. That just got better while we're watching. That is better. I can live with that. %90 report. Sit right here and watch Georgia get better. Never had any doubt about them. I'm going to get over here and get back to ABC or something here and see what they're saying. All right. I'm right about what I was telling you. This board right here only has Harris at 153. So something is really going on screwy with California or Washington. I'm going to say she doesn't really have Washington. I got to do some math here. 179 minus 153 minus 5 equals 2. That's 21 different. Is that right? No, I looked at it, that 9 like it was a dead gum 4. What's wrong with me? Well, that's really a big difference. That's 26. Somebody's disagreeing big time there. Yeah. me back that other map up. That ain't working for me. It must be a live map. It ain't working out too good. Here's somebody else doing a live, and his also says 179. It just changed. Oh, he's flipping back. Let's see. Everybody's backing up and talking about the past here. Trump just went to 230. This is going to change here in a minute. Trump just gained some on another channel. 214 plus 16. Yeah, North Carolina just popped. There it is, 230. See, it doesn't update right away. They're keying that in. $40 away. And this 179 may not be accurate. That may be 153. Yeah, let's see. Georgia, what I've got. He's still 136,000 votes ahead. That's another 16. That'll be the 246 that I was looking for. I said this would say 246 pretty soon. I still believe it will. Let's see. And not that many people talking about it. Not as many as I figured. I wish I had a few more on this live. I mean, as few YouTubers as there is actually talking about this. Of course, I don't know what I'm doing, and this is my first live stream. I wonder about what Pennsylvania's doing right now. Pennsylvania's looking good. Really good. Pennsylvania's 19. So if we get Georgia and then Pennsylvania, let's see. That's yeah, I remember that's 265. Then it's 5 away from then. It's all over, but they're shouting. And you know, for the last couple of days, I've been really concerned that Kamala might could win it because there would be enough fools to elect her. I'm sure glad we have a lot of people in America that woke up. And my son's been telling me that we had a lot of Democrats that woke up and says, no, says she says stupid stuff, and now the Democrats are voting for Trump. And I believe that's the truth. I believe we've got a lot of Democrats that are voting Republican. And I mean, there's been times that I would vote Democrat, but this year ain't one of them. see. Virginia could still flip and go Trump. I wish Kamala just go ahead and call Trump and just concede and get this evening over with. That'd be good with me. So just go ahead. I wanna hear the phone call. I gotta open me another candy bar here, so I'm gonna be making noise. But when she does call Trump to concede, I bet you she's gonna be laughing like a hyena. Having me a chocolate chip energy bar there. Things are pretty good. And they're not tiny. I mean, pretty good. Come on, Pennsylvania. Hurry up. Just 23% in Maine. Now, I've been talking about this for 2 hours. When Maine is all the way over here in the Eastern time zone, why are they only 24% reporting? Hey, something's just changed. Oregon went to Kamala so far. I believe all this stuff on this map is temporary. Not just the pink and the light blue. I think all of it's temporary. All of it's subject to change. Oregon's only 8 electoral votes, Orange Animal. We'll be all right. Minnesota's going to Trump. That's all there is to it. Look at that. 331,000 to 199,000. Wisconsin, really less than 100,000 different. Michigan, around 100,000 different. Pennsylvania's 200,000 or 300,000 different. Really the same thing with Georgia, but we're pretty sure about Georgia. What I'm happy about is this red line right here is a whole lot closer to this little black line than this blue line is to this black line. That's all that matters, right? All right, you have a good night, animal. I'm going to go ahead and stay on here and watch this just a little bit longer, but you have a good evening. I'm just going to leave that on Pennsylvania. Not too worried about Georgia. Still pretty close to 5 million votes apart on the popular. That's good. Of course, I don't know if that really means anything at all when the Electoral College wins it. I don't know. It just kind of gives a feller an idea, is all it does. I'm going to add up some numbers. All right, them two are 10. So that's, we'll just say 20. And that's 15. That's 35. Pennsylvania is 19. I'm doing this with pencil and paper. So, if she were to get all of these, it'd be 187 plus 54. Let's see. Still just put her at 241. If she got all four of these states, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, she would only be at 241. And you throw in New Mexico, that's another 5. That's 246. I forgot what Nevada is. I forget how many. Throw in 13 for Virginia. That's 9. 6. That gets you. She got all of these, plus Nevada and Virginia, she could win. I don't think that's going to happen. I got to look at a couple other channels here. This is good news. They're worried about her trailing Trump in Georgia. That's good news to me. Of course, we already knew that. Yep, Donald Trump projected to win Georgia, yeah. I've been saying that. But I'm worried about Pennsylvania. I just seen a map that come up for just a second and went away that had Pennsylvania in red. I'm looking at this on another device here. You flip floppers. Some of these are way behind. How can so many be so far behind?
Continue to monitor this incredibly close race. And for more on the path to 200.
Well, I still got 2 people on here. I'm really guessing that's Juan, Ed, and James. And I do appreciate y'all. I'm at 2 hours and 5 minutes. Oh no, that ain't good. Minnesota flipped. Minnesota was pink a while ago. And when it flipped, look how big it flipped all of a sudden. That's all right. She'd have to get them all. She's not going to get them all. Walking Eagle is not going to get them all. This dude right here just said we should know by Wednesday. No, it ain't good enough. We need to know tonight. I don't like this goofball right here. This guy right here, I think he's just for Kamala. Yeah, this is old. She's already not won North Carolina. And she's not going to win Georgia. This is going to change to 246 here any minute. That 91% reporting is going to turn into 100%. Or close to 100%. And this is going to roll to 246. Pennsylvania's still okay. Michigan, still okay. Wisconsin, that's getting close. That's less than 100,000 people apart right there. I don't like that. Okay, you heard what that guy said a while ago. These western states, he's saying it could be next week before we really know who's president. And I think that's because they'll be demanding a recount on the whole West Coast because they're crazy. So, probably Colorado too. So we hope we don't have to go there. If all these four right here will just pop red tonight, we'll all go to bed. May go to bed anyway. Just leave that sitting on Pennsylvania for a little bit here. What else can I find? I know somebody's got another map. When did she change from 187 to 192? Where'd she pick up 5? I missed it. Walking Eagle picked up 5 more electoral votes somewhere. Where was it? I think I've got the best map pulled up. Okay, according to CNBC, polls have closed in all the key battleground states that are expected to determine the winner. Let's see. NBC News has projected the winner in more than half of the U.S. states. Trump won the electoral vote heavy prizes of Texas and Florida, as had been expected, while Harris took New York and California, which was also not a surprise. Yeah, everybody's looking at Arizona, Georgia, and Michigan. They got those highlighted, but they don't have Pennsylvania highlighted, and that's an important one. She needs to just go ahead and call and concede and say she changed her mind. And, you know, she didn't want to be president anyway. That's what needs to happen. All right, now here's something pretty good. It says Kamala has 35 ways to win. Trump has 50 ways to win. I think we're all right. I really do. I hope we don't have to wait a couple of days to figure this out. You know what? I believe I'm just going to go ahead and call this for Trump. And I believe I'm going to go lay down and watch something else on YouTube and not worry about it. I was wanting Georgia to turn blue. To turn red. I was wanting Georgia to turn red, and then I'd go to bed. That rhymes. They turn red, and I go to bed. If Georgia and Pennsylvania had both turned red, I'd really feel good going to bed. But, yeah, we'll be all right. I'm going to end this live stream, and I'm going to go to bed. And we'll see what happens about midnight. Maybe this will get settled tonight, and maybe it won't. Y'all have a good, and I appreciate y'all watching. Let's see. What do I do to end this thing?